Welcome to this foundational module on pharmaceutical sales management. Today, you embark on a journey that will, honestly, redefine your understanding of commercial leadership within one of the most complex and consequential industries in the world. The pharmaceutical sector is not merely a marketplace. It is a critical nexus where profound scientific discovery, intricate commercial strategy, and the deeply human practice of healthcare converge. To lead a sales team in this environment is to accept a role of immense responsibility, one that extends far beyond the traditional metrics of targets and territories. You are tasked with managing the final crucial link in a long chain that connects the research laboratory to a patient's improved quality of life. The decisions you make, the culture you foster, the skills you impart upon your team have a direct and measurable impact on public health outcomes. This playbook is designed for a new generation of pharmaceutical managers, leaders who recognize that success is no longer defined by simple sales volume alone. When most people think of a sales manager, they picture someone focused on the basics, checking daily call reports, making sure call averages are met, and confirming the team visits every doctor on their list. These tasks are still important, but honestly, they're just the starting point, not the finish line of what modern management is all about. To truly stand out, you need to move beyond supervision and become a strategic orchestrator, someone who focuses less on activities and more on driving real results. A tactical supervisor might ask, "Did my rep make all their calls today?" But a strategic leader asks, "What was the quality of those calls? Did they make a real impact? Did we move closer to our goals with key doctors? Did we spot any new competition? Did we actually help the physician or just take up their time?" Your main job is to get the best return on investment from your team, often the biggest commercial investment your company makes. If marketing architects the strategy, selling is the engineering discipline that builds it brick by brick in every physician's office. Marketing is the strategic command center that determines the very battle your sales force will fight. Which physicians should we target? What is the core message we must convey? The relationship is not a one-way street from marketing to sales. Your team, as the eyes and ears on the ground, provides an invaluable stream of real-time market intelligence back to marketing. The product is not the physical pill or vial. It is the entire package of clinical evidence and intellectual property, the culmination of years, often decades of research and development. The price of a drug is not a simple monetary value. It is a direct reflection of its perceived clinical value and the primary determinant of market access. Place represents the integrity and efficiency of the distribution network. An out-of-stock situation at a key pharmacy can instantly nullify weeks of a representative's hard work. To succeed in pharmaceutical sales management, you must discard a linear view of the market and adopt a systems thinking approach. The modern pharmaceutical market is not a simple chain of command, but a complex adaptive system, a dynamic web of interconnected stakeholders. Your task is to map this entire ecosystem, understand the roles and leverage points of each player, and train your team to navigate this intricate web with strategic finesse. The healthcare professional is the licensed clinical expert who holds the sole authority to prescribe medication. Their signature on a prescription form is the pivotal event that initiates the entire commercial transaction. The modern patient is an active, empowered, increasingly influential stakeholder. Armed with unprecedented access to medical information, they are now a driving force in the pharmaceutical ecosystem. The payer is the powerful entity that holds the purse strings. Their influence is not subtle, it is absolute and financial, controlling which drugs are included on their formulary. The FMCG model primarily operates on a business-to-consumer basis. The pharmaceutical model is a far more complex business-to-consumer structure. FMCG selling targets System 1 thinking, fast, intuitive, emotional. Pharmaceutical selling must engage System 2 thinking, slow, deliberate, and analytical. In consumer goods, the primary asset is brand equity. In pharmaceuticals, the ultimate currency is scientific trust, built person by person through credibility and consistency. FMCG operates in an open field governed by general advertising standards. The pharmaceutical industry operates within a walled garden, a strictly controlled environment. You must instill a culture where the rules are not seen as a frustrating barrier to sales, but as a framework that enables professionalism and protects the patient. An FMCG manager often hires a closer, charismatic, high-energy, persuasion-skilled. A pharmaceutical manager builds a scientist, detail-oriented, intellectually curious, credibility-focused. The traditional image of a rep, a persistent visitor who builds relationships through social rapport and frequent visits, is a relic. The fundamental shift has been driven by a dramatic reversal of information asymmetry. The modern mandate requires a relentless focus on three key pillars: scientific differentiation, territory CEO mindset, and value creation. In a market flooded with generic and Me Too products, the representative with the deepest clinical knowledge wins. Champion continuous scientific training and ensure your team can articulate clear, evidence-based reasons. Empower your representatives to take entrepreneurial ownership of their territories. Use data to make strategic choices about resource allocation. Coach your team to build long-term partnerships based on trust and consistent value delivery. The relationship becomes the outcome of being a trusted partner, not the prerequisite for a sales pitch. This approach builds a resilient business insulated from day-to-day noise and price wars, creating a sustainable competitive advantage for your organization. Your role as a manager is not just to meet this month's sales target, but to actively build the talent and capabilities that will secure your company's future success. Champion a culture that values quality of conversation over quantity of calls. The true measure of a successful day is not the number of doctors seen, but the amount of strategic impact created. Lead with a systems-thinking approach. Train your team to navigate the full stakeholder landscape with strategic awareness and finesse. Combine this holistic view with fanatical commitment to ethical conduct and regulatory compliance. As Chief Compliance Officer for your team, make sure your team wins the right way, every single time. Build the next generation of industry professionals. Your legacy will be measured by capability, professionalism, and ethical character. Lead with strategy, champion science, demand integrity. You'll achieve commercial targets and fulfill the responsibility of working in healthcare, building a team that becomes a trusted, indispensable partner in improving patient lives.